All right, good morning. It is March 6th, Wednesday morning. I'm starting a little bit early today. I have some things going on this morning, so I will be on until about 9 o'clock Central Time, my time, and then I have to leave to go get ready for some meetings I've got this morning. Then I'll come back. I won't be streaming, but I'll probably end up trading this afternoon. For news today, Jerome Powell speaks. So could be dicey at 9 o'clock Central, 10 Eastern. Oil inventories today. And then tomorrow, obviously, is the big jobless number. So that's what we have on the docket. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. So yesterday I ended up positive in all my Apex accounts. I actually went into my eval account there and got another trade or two. It actually took me a couple. I think, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 trades because I know there was at least one losing trade in there. So anyway, I got it over the $3,000. So we're just going to take one quick micro trade, and then that one will be passed as well. Unfortunately, I took a kind of a big loss in my TopStep account. So that one's in sort of a critical condition. So I'm probably not going to trade that one today. I'm going to have to trade that one using micros. And so really right now, I just want to focus on my Apex funded accounts and building those up. So that's what we're going to do. All right, let's see where we're at here in NQ. Let's get rid of all these lines. All these drawing. No, I don't want to get rid of them, please. Remove all. And we'll turn off these indicators. Should probably just leave these off. I never use them. Okay. Starting with the daily. It's a big down day yesterday. Looks like it's recovered a little bit this morning. We did not break this low, however. That's kind of interesting. Obviously, we inverted this fair value gap. We did not take out the low, so we'll see if that remains. If that's with that left open, I think we come back there at some point. And we have these equal highs up here, which is, well, not quite equal. This stays a little bit higher. The relative equal highs. All right. 4 hour. Okay, so strong push here. Looks like Asia was pretty quiet, which is good. And then we got some expansion at the end of London, and we're continuing to push higher. Got this fair value gap here. It looks like we're into right now. Let's kind of see if that holds or not. I think that would kind of be the area. If we break above, then probably bullish. If we hold below, then bearish. Right now I'm bearish. just because I would anticipate that we come back down to these levels. I mean, the fact that we did not take this level leads me to believe we come back down to it at some point. So whether if we break this, maybe we don't come back till later. If we hold, which would be my guess, but we'll wait and see what happens, then possible we see lower pricing. 60-minute. So refine this up to that level. Gonna pull it in a little tighter here. So for me, that's the level I'm watching. Kind of curious, where's 50% of that? I'm going to do something real fast. Okay. Just going to save this one as the default so I don't have to, if I want the other stuff, I can go load one of the other templates. Okay, so that's the level I would be watching, is at 50% of this fair value gap. All right, since this is very close, I'm just going to line it up with 15-minute just so it's a little more clear on this chart, since this is the one that I have up. Oops. There we go. So that's interesting. So you can see right now we just tapped this. We tapped 15% of, or 50% rather, of this fair value gap. So let's see how that plays out here in a second. Okay, let's look at oil real fast. And then we'll come back over here and take a quick trade on my eval account just to get its day of trading in the books and recorded. Let's see, just a sec. Okay. Let's see. Oil. So half an hour before the open here, we got the overnight open below us. How far away? It's 100 ticks, so that's kind of a long ways. So we'll see. If we draw closer to it, then I would be looking for it to come all the way down. But at this point, I think we're far enough away that the overnight open may not be a draw for us today. We're at the London highs right now. We had this kind of weird push at 7 o'clock. Kind of a big 22 tick candle, so pretty good sized candle there. So I don't think there's much to talk about here until the open. We do have, if our gold line creeps above these lows here, then we could get a potential continuation trade right there. We'll have to see how that kind of pans out. All right, let's jump over to NQ. I'm actually going to change it to MNQ. We're going to go to, let's see, what should count? 294. We're just going to edit this. We're going to give it an 8-tick stop loss, 8-tick profit target, and we're just going to take whatever happens. All right, so what do we want to do, long or short? We're going to go long. Come on, pull up there. Yay, $4. All right. That's enough to record a trading day, so that account passed. All right, let's go back to regular NQ. Boom. Whoa. Hello. Look out. Do we have 7:30 news? I didn't see that. Huh, glad we got our $4 before that happened. No, we don't. I don't see 7:30 news or 8:30 news. Maybe I need to look at a different calendar. Something's going on. That's crazy. $39 point candle. Oh goodness. All right, so what did that do with now this is interesting. It didn't take out the highs here. Let's see, we hit that low, we hit that low. Oh, look at that candle. Just testing both sides of the market. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to turn on the trade copier. We're going to lead with 6. Let's do NQ. We're going to do micros in account number 3 here because it's not doing so hot. 6 is the primary account I'm working on. As long as it does fine and pulls 3 along with it little by little, we'll come back and we can trade 3 separately to grow it a little more intentionally here at some point. This was going to be CL for April. Okay, let's make sure we got our right accounts here. What a crazy candle right there. What a crazy candle. All right, so we're rejecting off of the midpoint of this fair value gap, so that's a good sign for lower prices, I think. See how the candle closes, though. That's really the important thing. Trying for a very small trade over here in oil real quick. We got a rejection off of our gold line. Stop just below that low, so I mean, this is going to be a little one. 9 tick stop. 13 tick profit target, so not a super exciting trade. I would move my profit target higher if I had some kind of a draw that I was looking at. It could, I mean, I guess we could move up to these levels here. We really just wanted to see if it'd go somewhere. 49. I don't know. There we go. All right, so there's our there's a nice little win there. If we were to, I'm going to draw this level out just because I'm curious. Curious to see if we reach up to that. Also, where's that's 22. Okay, so our range right now is 10 points, give or take. Looking at my rhythmic stuff, it's got too much information on here. Oops. There we go. What do I want? Account name's fine. Don't care about that. Long exposure, short exposure. Don't care about open profit and loss. Close P&L's fine. P&L, account balance. Don't really care about those. Just have a lot of stuff on here that you don't really need. Auto liquidate's important. Commissions are important. Auto liquidate threshold. Reserve buying power, use buying power, available buying power. Read all those. Where's the one that tells me like it's high, the account high? That's what I want to see. There we go. Auto liquidate peak balance, I think. Yeah, that's the one that I want. Okay. I like this because this tells me, so for instance, this guy here, my account balance is 50,169. My peak balance was 50,236. So for me, this is easier to see where I'm at relative to my trailing drawdown. I mean, this shows you what like your minimum is. This auto liquidate threshold value, right? That's your, that's essentially where your zero is. But without doing all the math to see how far away that is, it's a little easier to say, okay, from 169 to 236, I should still have my $2,500 basically, right? Less that difference, which is, less than $100. So, whereas you look at this one, which is not doing well, right? 49,010. Peak balance was 51,434. So this one, it's almost easier to go the other way, 49,10 to 48,934. So I'm $80 from zero on this account. So that's why we're treating this one super, super carefully. All right. Still kind of trailing up here. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that one trade this morning. That's the only trade I take. I'll be fine with that. Or I would prefer to build the balance a little bit more than that, but one trade, one win. Could be worse. All right, well, let's see. While we watch this do absolutely nothing, I'm going to try something. I don't think I have a thing for Asia range. So I'm going to add an Asia range indicator. Open, let's see. What do am I looking for? Open range indicator, HJK element open range. All right, so this guy here, we're going to call it label Asia. My keyboard's hiding under my microphone, so I can't see it. Okay. Asia range. What's the Asia range? Yeah, let's go from midnight. I don't think this is technically completely accurate, but I think this is the easiest way to do this. So I'm going to go from 12:01 a.m. When do I have London range starting? I don't know. Let's go 4 hours to 4 a.m. And then we're going to make this tomato. Why not? And we're going to no, tomato. We're going to extend the line, and we're going to, does it tell me where it extends to? Oh yeah, extend to, let's go 4:30 p.m. Okay, let's see what that looks like. What? Why is it overlapping? That's weird. Yeah, the problem is London or Asia starts. Okay, so here's what I should do. I need to put Asia as 4 to midnight. I need to do that the other way around. Okay. Can tell I don't really play with Asia too much at all. Wonder if I can, how far can I extend the lines? Can I extend them to the next day? I don't think I can. Let's see. So we're going to go 4 o'clock p.m. There might be some indicator in here that does this. I'll have to look into that later. 4 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. I don't think that line extension is going to work. It doesn't. Okay, so I'm not going to extend the line. Okay. Okay, so while price does a whole lot of nothing right here, we're gonna. Oh, we got a nice rejection off the red line. Actually, this would have been pretty good, right? This I was watching oil, but we have a reversal bar here. This would have been a perfectly acceptable scalp. This isn't a reversal bar, but we do have a nice test off that red line, so this would be potentially a good trade. The only thing that's keeping me out of stuff right now is we're in this 15-minute fair value gap. We have this really whippy candle from, I don't know, must have been some kind of news this morning. And we're still inside this range. So I'm actually bearish right now, which doesn't make sense when you look at I mean, the trend today is bullish, obviously, but I'm leaning bearish until we break above this fair value gap. And so, yeah, right here is kind of not too overly confident in anything right here. Although, these would be fine if you just wanted to take a little 5-point scalp, I think, right? Because we're going to likely move a little bit in either direction. So going with the line stack for these scalps would be, I think, probably just fine. Okay, let's we're gonna do a little bit of research here. Okay, so let's go back in time. What I'm looking for is I want to see how New York session, which is right here, interacts with Asia session. So Asia, London, New York. Yeah. All right, so this one maybe. So we have the Asia low. So we were trending down, trending down, trending down. It's not a lot of reaction off the Asia low. I think the reaction was more so off our London low in this case. I mean, it kind of seems like here we got hung up between the two. And then when we finally broke lower, it fell lower. Definitely tested it here, but yeah, I don't know. I was watching a guy last night, and he has some kind of a strategy where he basically uses that Asia range. And obviously, the oh wait, why is this so big? Hold on. All right, our Asia range is, it should only come down to here. So when does Asia actually start? 1701? Is that 501? Okay, let's adjust that. Let's go to 501. There we go. Okay, this might actually be, well, in this case, that Asia low, and I really wish you could extend lines. How can we get these lines to extend? That would just be easier. Problem is it crosses days, and I don't think it knows how to handle that. Fine, we'll do it manually. All right, now let's see how we reacted. So we opened. Ah, see, this is much better. Look at this. Yeah, so we touched it, held it. You also have London low, but we like tapped it. Okay, that's interesting. Now, I mean, we're really consolidating in through here, through Asia and London. So let's look at some other days. Where's Asia? I think I need more days on my chart here. Okay. So we looked at that, we looked at that, we looked at that, we looked at that. Well, if you're trading London, look at that. Boom, we fell out of the London range and went straight to straight to Asia lows. I've got to check my time on the Asia session too. I don't know if I have it completely correct, but I think it should be close enough here for purposes of this. It just seems like there's some validity here, right? We reach up to the Asia low, boom, 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 retest it, and then take off. or Asia high rather, in that case. Okay. Now on this day where we just drop, we sweep the Asia low, tap the London high, and then reverse right off of the 2. So, okay. That's a reaction. Not really a factor here, but we have consolidation, expansion, and distribution. Now we got another London low. Another sweep of the London low. Or not London, Asia low. Okay. Might be something to this. Asia high. Whoop, sweep of the Asia high, move higher. You also have London right there. Kind of like a twofer. Now this day is a little bit of an anomaly. I don't know, February 23rd. Was there news this day or something? It just tanked. Huh. It fell through London and Asia. No factor here. We just were grinding up. So at the end of the day here, we pushed up and we stopped at Asia lows right here before we did a little whipsaw. Okay. If you're just joining us, we're bored, and so we're looking back to see how Asia highs and lows are respected during the New York session. And not really. I think the London was a bigger factor here. Nothing going on that day. Was that a holiday? February 18th? Let's see. London lows were, or Asia lows were respected here, but then after the New York Open, we kind of fell through them. So not a lot of respect. It did get hung up at that level before it did finally continue to drop. This open range, so we have this open range here, which pushed up, and then you can see there was respect for the Asia lows down here before it finally came lower. Okay, so those are worth keeping an eye on, I think. Came right down to Asia highs. Whew. Asia highs respected, rejected, and then we push through. Asia highs respected, bounced off of and up. Okay, well, I think that I can say that I would agree that Asia highs and lows, while not brick walls by any means, are definitely something to keep an eye on. Consolidation, expansion, distribution. Okay. All right, where are we at? Do we miss anything? No, still grinding up. Pushing up through the midway point of this fair value gap with 2 minutes to close on the 15-minute candle. So I will only be on for another hour. I have some meetings this morning I have to prepare for and get to, so That's all we get. I've already had winning trades this morning, so we got another Apex evaluation account pass this morning. Well, we passed it last night. We hit the target last night. And then we got our little $3 trade in to count a trading day today, which would be day number 3. So that'll be a real account for us tomorrow. Took a quick gold line scalp in oil in our other PA accounts. Wasn't a big one. It was $130 13 tick trade. So very small trade, but it gets us a win on the board early. All right, so where are we? So we'll keep an eye on this Asia high for later in the day maybe, but for now we're way up here, so not a factor at the moment. Yeah, this red line trade's still playing out. You'd have taken this guy. You could have, if you're patient, could have taken it up to the highs for 28 points. Even a second entry here if you're gutsy. Okay, it's oil open. So let's look at oil. This line up here is the high from yesterday, basically. This peak over here. And I was kind of curious to see if it would get up here. This was the trade we entered. We entered off of a break of these highs here. You can see we're just kind of putzing around. And we only took it up to these highs here. So that was our 13 ticks. But I was kind of curious to see if it would make it all the way up here. So that's why we drew the line. Kind of looks like maybe it will. Overnight open is way below. Unless we start to pull back towards it, I don't see that being much of a factor today. Seems like anything over 100 ticks away from the overnight open is not, it loses its magnetic power. But if we reverse here and start to pull towards it, then we'll re-engage with it. Oh, well, there you go. There's that line. So that's nice to see that that price action. To keep an eye on that next time and maybe get a little more out of that trade. Although sitting in a trade from 7:35 till 8:03, almost 30 minutes, that's kind of a long time for me. All right, we'll give that opening range a few minutes to form. So we're coming back for a test of our gold line, which I would be interested in. I mean, it's Been choppy, but we're definitely kind of moving up. So if we get, now let me change my, if we get a reversal candle pattern that matches our gold line here, then I'll take a long off of that, but otherwise I'll probably just wait. Boy, that was picture perfect yesterday. I wish we would have taken advantage of that. I think I'm going to leave the New York open range indicator on here. Boy, it seems like if we stay like this, we stay inside that range, it's just choppy, and that's not what we like to see. Faults move up, pull back, and then we get the real move out of the opening range. I play the open range on oil, but I haven't really looked at it in NQ, so did I miss it? No, wraps the midline, shoots through. Oh, okay. So this is a reversal candle, but that's, I don't know. Stop. Yeah, that works. That's not as strong of a reversal pattern as I would prefer to see, but it is a reversal pattern, so we'll see if it chops us out or if we can get our little quick scalp out of it. Be great. Very slow. It's like, come on, dude. There you go. Really? It's going to be like that, is it? All right, we'll move this to break even. There it goes. All right. A little scalpy trade. Reversal off the gold line. Okay, 20 minutes until equity open. 20 minutes. And we got 5 more minutes till the open range is formed. An oil. Did get into an oil gold line trade, which it looks like isn't going to work out this time around. I got into it a little late. I should have moved my order down here, but I didn't because this little baby candle here. And I'm keeping a pretty tight stop. Honestly, I'm not really liking this too much. We're rejecting off of this level pretty hard. So grind up. I don't know. I'm just not sure, I guess, is what it comes down to. I'm not really sure what to expect here. So I don't know if this is going to give us real resistance. I mean, it kind of seems like it might be. So honestly, I'm considering just getting out of this one. If we get back to break even. I don't know. We're grinding up slowly, but yeah, I don't. It's probably going to work out. I just don't know. I really hate being in trades late. I don't know why, but that like just messes with me. So we'll just get out of that one to break even. We need to wait for more information here. NQ. Happy with our little scalp off of there. So now it seems like maybe we're getting ready to roll over. Maybe. I don't know, though. Look at the 5 minute. We created this little fair value gap. Very, very little fair value gap. Right? We came down through here, which took out all this LR. So I can never remember what LR means. When people say it, I'm like, what is that? But I think it's low resistance liquidity run, LR. So all this engineered liquidity. I mean, this is this one candle, so it's, but regardless, we create this fair value gap. We've tapped into it once, twice, 3 times now. So it seems to be holding. So if it does, I mean, we could very, very realistically push up here, but at the same time, we're in the middle of this imbalance and it's not moving very quickly. So may have to wait for the open to give us some motivation. Meanwhile, we're just looking for those little 5-point scalps. We're not trying to guess. We're not trying to predict. We just know that we can get a little bit here and there. And that's all we're going for. Well, the verdict is in on oil. And it looks like that one worked out just fine. It was choppy for 4 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then pushed off. So figures. That's okay. All right, so we've got 35, 35, 36, 36 ticks in the opening range. So that's a good range. We have our first little poke out the top. I actually think this has the potential to just rocket up because we're coming off of here. We had a pretty strong push up. So this back when I was just taking the break of the open range, this would be what I would be looking for. And I would be in right here. 5 tick stop. Yeah. It's pretty good entry right there, actually. Hope for a little more of a impulsive move out the top, though, so that's not. It's not what you want to see if you're playing simply the break. Of course, I'm hoping that this comes back down, tests. That should be kind of interesting. Kind of be interesting to see it push out here, come back, test yesterday's high of day. Maybe coincides with the gold line here and then go long. That would be probably ideal, but we'll see what it does. Let's see, over on NQ. Obviously, we missed it, but this would have been an entry for a scalp. Let's see if it would have worked. Kind of curious what is going on in the rest of the world. Check and see if Tanya's streaming today. Looks like she might be. Oh, there you go. That would have hit. Well, maybe. There, that would have hit. And that would have been another win in the world of 5-point scalps. No, she hasn't started streaming yet. Oh, look, here's when it decides to move. Yeah, this 5-minute fair value gap is holding. I tapped into it here, here, and here. Now it's pushing up nicely. We had this kind of short-term boom liquidity we just took out. Oh, goodness. Kind of a boring morning. But we're green. Boring green morning. Guess that would be nice if it was that way every day. Just be boring and green. Boring and green. And then every once in a while try for one trade, one pass on an eval account just to live a little. Yeah, oil is just not moving. So probably not going to be too interested in anything oil might do today. Especially since it's oil inventory day. Oh, there she is. Let's listen to what Tanya has to say. Wonder if there's a 30-second inversion here. Oh. Well, that's a 30-second inversion if you're bearish, which I'm not sure I'm bearish. Not sure I'm bullish. This is a little too undecided for me to really have any kind of a strong opinion one way or the other. That is a reversal pattern, though, for those playing along. So we're going to take that. This isn't at the line, so I don't like it as much. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get out of this. This may work, but I prefer it at the line. And we're green for the day, so I don't want to risk that. See where our 5 points would be. See if we get that purple line. One more. There it goes. Yeah, it would have worked. I get really skittish when I'm green. I don't like giving up my profits. The first trade of the day I'm not too worried about because I'm confident I can make up a loss if I need to. But I really don't like giving back money. Something about giving it back. Which I guess, if you make it today and you lose first thing tomorrow, you're giving it back. Just, I guess, giving it back in the same day. All right, I'm emotionally unstable and illogical. That's okay. Yeah, so look at it. Just this morning, you could add 5 points, 5 points, 5 points. You could have got 15 points. Really, not much. You had heat on this one, but nothing really here. Nothing really here. 15 points in a day on 3 little trades. You could have done this one, but this one was a little less clear simply because of this wild candle here. Otherwise, this would have been a great entry, and it worked, right? So that's good. That is good. All right, 3 minutes till the open. Let's see what that does. Meanwhile, oil did not break out of the open range very far. Now we're falling back inside. So that's kind of the false breakout we like to look for. We'll see what we get down here. This candle's kind of the first close below, so I'm kind of curious. Wonder if we get a stronger pullback, kind of like we did here. Yeah, there it goes. Kind of like to see this 15-minute candle close above this down close candle. If it does that, then we should be okay to go long. that should offer pretty good support. I mean, especially because it's happening right at the mid-range of this fair value gap. All right, so we are closing above it, so that's good. Yeah. Let's see if this. See what this open does for us. Now, if this turns out to be a reversal candle, I wouldn't necessarily take it because it's the open. Actually, let me rephrase that. I would definitely not take it. I got to change my open range to calculate on each tick. There we go. What does this 60-minute look like? All right. I'm going to turn these indicators back on just for fun. All right, a rip up, a rip down. We're just ripping every direction. Okay, so we might get a reversal candle here, but let's be honest. 23-point candle means even if this is a reversal candle, 5 points of range is not enough, so you're just as likely to get stopped out. Kind of interested in this 5-minute fair value gap that's held so far this morning. Kind of wonder if we get a failure here. So all of these candles on the way down, strong push, we wicked back up almost to the bottom of this candle, to this candle's low. So you left a very, very small fair value gap. Down, this one came up, filled the gap. This one came up to the, almost to the tick, it looks like. Oh wait, you're looking at oil. Ha! I guess we could talk about oil. So fell breakout. I don't know. This is nothing I want to have anything to do with. So this is a reversal pattern right here. But these candles are too big for me. We're just as likely to get stopped out even if it works. Although it works, I think. 5. Well, not quite. Oh, there it goes. Bam. Works. Oh, this 5 minute gap still holding. It wicked way down there, but it's definitely closing above. I'm gonna do sim trade. I just want to try something. It's not gonna get filled. Watch. Should have had one more tick up there. The logic here was if we came back each time, basically, right, as we were running lower, now we're running higher. Expect to pull back to this wick, which it did. It just didn't go far enough to get me filled. And then that would have been a pretty decent. That was a trade I took yesterday at the end of the day. And that's something I learned. ICT had a video about how to catch a run if you didn't get in at the right time. And I did that yesterday here somewhere. I don't remember where. But this was running up at the end of the day. And I can't remember where I got in. But one of these I put my buy order, like say at the top of this candle, and then got filled here and pulled up. So it worked out pretty good. And I think I did it just for a little 5-point scalp. I didn't ride it up like, probably could have. Let's see, 843. This is just too sideways for me. I can't really see. Can't see any strong conviction one way or the other here, honestly. Can try another gold line trade over here in oil. I know I said I was probably done with oil, but I mean, come on. False break out of the open range. Pull back to the gold line. Sat on it. I mean, why not? It's been really kind of choppy in here, though, so I'm not sure how aggressive I want to be with this one. I'm just going to take it there. I don't need the money. I don't need the money, so just really scalpy right now. We just need to build those balances. So this is where we're at so far today. This is probably going to hit 345 in this guy, 32 in this guy. We're copying micros over to him because he's in the red zone. And then 294 just needed a trade in order to get the account passed, so that's all that is. So tomorrow we should have 3 PA accounts, which will be nice. This one, I'm not sure why that one's there. $294, $295. Did I take the right one? Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this one. I did get a new eval account, $295. I'd like forgot about that one. He's up $288. Huh. Okay, well, we need to trade in him. Oh, look, we would have, well, we tapped where our target was, that 50% line. Let's see. All right, now we're really done with oil. Oil's paid us twice today, so. All right, I've only got 13 more minutes, and then I gotta go do some other things. See if I can get some kind of a trade for this eval account that I forgot that I had. My strategy now is just to do kind of one at a time. So I opened up that eval yesterday because I had passed that other one, or I'd hit the target at least. And then today gives me my 3 trading days, so that's officially done. So now I can slow walk this other one. So I kind of figure as soon as I pass one account, then I'll get another one. Pass it, get another one. Slowly build the portfolio. All right, well, our 5-minute, we might invert this 5-minute fair value gap finally. Maybe. We still have a minute left. We'll see. Overall, I'm bearish, so I'm having a hard time with where we're at right now. Because I don't want to go long, but short term it feels more bullish, so gotta wait. And right now we're just in this range, so there's like nothing. It's just going sideways. Oh, look at. Is it gonna? Not going to close below. Oh, oh. 2, 1. Hey, we closed below. All right. So let's see if we come down now. Because we got a low, we got a low, we got a low, we got a low. So it's not real clean, but I don't know. I think we're coming down. Okay, we're rolling out of the open range. We're hitting the London high. Overnight opens way down here, so probably nothing to get excited about. Okay, we took that one. We took that one. Next target here. Oil's still holding below that 50% line, so this really isn't an ideal setup because I like to see the wick on this candle here. You'd like to see more wick on the bottom than on the top, so this candle forms without an entry, I'll cancel it. Plus you've got kind of a range here. Oh, there we go. I think that's what 5 for 5 with that strategy today. It's just working. All right, so that's $100 in 9602 in that evaluation account. So the trick is with this strategy, you have to have enough range in the candles in order to get that 5 points. Because you see, where was it? See, like this one, right? It worked and then dropped. So even though we're still trending down, we were able to snag a little bit of that reversal. And that happened one other time. I think maybe here. Came up, came down. So you have to have enough range in the candles in order to get your 5 points without even if it's not actually reversing, right? You're just catching kind of the range of the candle. And since we have 20-point candles, 5 points is, 25% of the candle. So that's not unreasonable. Otherwise, I think a counter trend trade like that, you might want to stay out of it. If the candles were only 10-point candles, probably stay out of it, right? You'd want to take one on trend, which short term, this is trending down, right? We've got lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs. Oh, there we go. Okay, so oil did eventually work. We had this little pullback, but red line held, then it pushed up. All right, well, we only have 5 minutes left. I think Powell speaks in 5 minutes. I mean, that's probably not going to do anything, but when unless he says something, which is what makes him kind of, FOMC, everybody knows what FOMC is going to say before it comes out. So once it comes out, all the algorithms trigger and things happen. I think just giving a speech, though, doesn't do much other than it can cause erratic behavior because, if he says something that somebody doesn't like or says something somebody likes or whatever, they may wait to hear what he says and then react. So it can be unpredictable. If this 15-minute closes out of the fair value gap, then I like my bearish bias. So I think that's going to be it for today. I don't think we took a loss today. So we got lucky. We're green across the board. Probably check back after my morning meetings here and see what, maybe I'll do some trading in my TopStep accounts in the afternoon. So trade safe, everybody. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.